My name's Walter Dodd, and I'm a playwright. I chose Hollins because it was in the summer, it was a non-traditional program, and that was really exciting for me because it meant I could learn, but I could also go out into the real world and use what I was learning at the same time. And the first summer, it was really about foundational skills and how to use plays and how to write them. And ever since then, when I go back home, I not only bring that knowledge back home with me, but I bring it back home to the theater community that I'm already a part of. My play On the Spectrum was a lab reading last summer, which meant we got to do a bit of an orchestra reading, have some feedback with our Hollins community. And I took that back home and had a lot of discussion with people back home of how are you responding to this piece, what can I do? And I took all of that and kind of leaned into things I was scared of and trusted myself to go there and trusted my community to catch me and support me when I came back next summer. So this year it was part of the festival, and that meant that it got a little more stage time, a little more production attention. And because of that, I was not just able to lean in more to the things that worried me, I was able to fine tune them and also find some new pieces to it as well that I didn't know were there. So the wonderful part about our play festival is it's a very collaborative process. So you're paired with the director, and from that point on, you guys are making this together. And that means you are informing each other of things you're seeing in the script, whether on the page or on the stage, and you're helping each other create as you go. And the wonderful thing about that is a director has a different eye for what they're looking for in a script and can go, they're talking too much, they need to move, or they've already said that already, or are you sure you want this scene to be that long? And it makes you analyze it from a different angle. The reading itself was very rewarding in several ways. One, it's so surprising every time how you don't just feel proud of yourself, you feel proud of your company you've created. You feel proud of the actors, you feel proud of the directors, you feel really proud of the program and the quality it can bring to work. And then you also get to interact with the community and guest respondents afterward. And that's really rewarding in such a special, almost personal way, because they can come up and, especially with my piece, say, thank you, that story resonated with me, or I know someone who this mirrors and, advocates for. And that's really satisfying for me as a writer and also just as an artist. So I had a conversation a few days ago with Ann Morgan. She is a dramaturg at the American Shakespeare Center. And she had very interesting things to say about the play, not just for this is how it made me feel, or this is what I thought you could add or do, but just from this was very interesting because it connected to something else I'd seen. Or you might want to start looking at this other play that deals with the same subject matter and see parallels and see contrasts and see what the rest of the theater community is saying about this topic. Because we're not just a community in Hollins, we're part of a broader theater community. And she was like, please be aware of that when you're writing about subject matter, which was so eye-opening and encouraging to keep spreading my wings past Hollins as well. So First Drafts is, the few of us in it this summer kept calling it a roller coaster, because what you do is you research a style of play, and that's you going up the hill to this roller coaster, and you gear up for what becomes the drop, which is writing the play in 72 hours. So you get to that high point together, and you get what needs to be in that play, you get the requirements for it. And the fun part this summer was we all dropped together. So you go down that roller coaster and you're riding it, and it's a giant, really fast, really scary drop. But then you get to the bottom, and the bottom you catch your breath and you go, wow, how exhilarating. And you can look back at that hill and that monster of a play you just wrote and go, I just did that. I just wrote a 2-act play and I've never written one before. And not only had I never written one before, I just wrote it in 72 hours. And no, it's not perfect, it's not polished, but that's a ride I want to ride again and experience in a different way. And so that class for me was wonderful because of experience, but now I have 6 new plays that I can go back to and write again. You need to be eager to learn not just what you think you want to learn, but things that you're not quite sure about yet. You need an eagerness to lean into the things you're a little hesitant or scared of, because this program is so much about process and about learning as you go, and a willingness to jump in with abandon is really important. You need to be really excited about collaboration. It's so important here. We have playwrights who are helping you, faculty who are helping you, and you have directors and actors, and we're all coming together to share a journey with each other and to give new perspective and share that knowledge that we're learning. And so that collaboration is key to our process. And then I think also you just really, really need to love theater. You really need to go, this is valuable, this is what I want, this is what I'm willing to fight for 6 weeks, because it's a hard 6 weeks, but if you have a passion for it, if you love it, if you're willing to lean into the hard stuff and also rely on everyone around you, then you're gonna find a home here.